following podcast may contain some strong language and adult themes. Listener discretion is advised.
Though your feet are firmly on the ground, your imagination really wants to live in space.
You're listening to Strange New Worlds and Spaced Out Tales. Episode 23, Universal Virtual Assistant.
Imagine a world where you can be expertly aided in almost every conceivable task by your own custom-tailored helper in fully immersive virtual reality. Congratulations, you just imagined UVA, Universal Virtual Assistant. For work or leisure, business or pleasure, UVA will make you better. From closing the deal,
Congratulations, you've just landed the largest property contract in recorded human history.
to preparing a meal.
Now season the vegetables and flambe! You're cooking like a pro.
For getting the job done.
You have delivered a 67% increase in departmental efficiency. You're in line for a promotion.
Or smashing your next run.
A new personal best. You have reached Olympic standard at long distance running.
UVA has a personalized coach to get you where you want to be. At work, leadership, management, finance, negotiation, productivity, and at play. Fitness, sports, DIY, cooking in all disciplines, technology, education, industrial innovation, medical research. Achieve your goals, maximize your potential, realize your dreams. For a happier, better you. You need UVA.
I won't lie to you, Denny. The shareholders are terrified.
Come on, Sheldon. Have I ever let you down?
This is different.
We're on the verge of something unprecedented here. We're going to make history. UVA will change the world.
Everyone can see the potential. There's no doubt.
If there is no doubt, then why are they terrified?
Because the cost is unprecedented as well. You've asked them to place their faith and their money, their entire financial futures, on this dog. In the most high-stakes race ever run. They shitting a brick, Denny. A $20 billion brick.
You don't need a lecture from me on the nature of risk versus reward. I spelled it out in day one. Everyone knew the risks, and against all the odds, we're almost there. We are literally millimeters from the summit.
And one false move, and we all fall to our deaths. Confidence was high, but the recent setbacks...
One singular setback, caused by one single individual who spectacularly dropped the ball.
And came close to bringing the whole project down in flames, and the entire company with it.
But we put out the fire, didn't we? That guy is history. We've marched forward, and we are on track for the launch. In less than 48 hours, all of our work, all of our efforts will come to fruition.
For your sake, hell, for all our sakes, I hope so.
We're monitoring the last stages of the closed beta. Customer satisfaction is at maximum, literally 100%. The hype train is traveling at Mach 10. Everyone wants UVA. They are salivating at the prospect, and soon we'll give it to them. And when they get it, they will wonder how they ever lived without it. Hell, the White House, the goddamn President of the United States, is going to be piloting it for receiving his CIA briefings. Whew. 48 little hours, Sheldon. I got my best people monitoring it round the clock. Nothing will go wrong.
Just check it again for me, Celine.
I just did. We're running at maximum efficiency. Not a single dropped connection on all nodes in the last 6 weeks.
And the at-scale simulations?
Absolutely within projected performance tolerances. We have capacity for demand times 5.
We've not missed anything.
We have not. You should take a break, Paul.
I know, but if I let up for a second, I fear I'm in danger of keeling over and sleeping for a whole week. 6 months I've been doing this. In the history of brutal crunches, this has to be, well, the crunchiest.
It'll all be over soon.
I'm existing on 3 hours sleep a night, if I'm lucky. Even when I do sleep, I keep having this recurring nightmare that at the launch I stupidly press the wrong button and everything fails.
You're overworked, overtired, and suffering serious burnout. But when it's over, you'll never have to do this ever again.
Assuming I don't drop dead immediately afterwards.
Now you're just being overdramatic.
I know, I'm sorry. Well, nothing else for it. I'm gonna grab another coffee.
That's your 5th cup in as many hours.
Well, I still have guts left to rot. I'm gonna rot them. What the hell? Celine?
Identifying. Customer dissatisfaction report. Test beta subject 337.
Okay, which bot is causing the red flag?
Personal finance and banking.
Report?
Logged report transcription. I called up the banking bot to check my balance and pay some household bills. And it started telling bad jokes.
Excuse me, it did what?
That's all it says.
Is this some kind of user error? Bring up the interaction feed.
Playing now.
Balance on my ultra-current account and spending projection for the next 6 days, please.
Given that you not enough money to buy facial reconstruction surgery, handsome, the projection is in 6 days' time, you'll still be just as butt ugly as you are now.
Excuse me? Is this some kind of a joke?
You want jokes? Great, because that's really my job. How about this one? How does a mathematician cure constipation?
What?
Why, he works it out with a pencil.
What the actual
Stop playback. Celine, search the most recent logs. Something has transplanted that AI into the finance and banking node, and it must have been within the last hour.
Confirmed. It's a rogue routine.
What? Are you serious?
Absolutely. This was done deliberately.
Shit, I need to call Suzie.
God damn it, Paul. This is my first night off in nearly 6 months. I'm literally just leaving for a much-deserved night out with the girls. Why the bloody hell are you calling me?
Sorry, but this is serious. Something has come up.
I don't care. We're almost at launch. All the projections were good. All you had to do was babysit the beta until tomorrow morning.
We've had a problem reported with the node.
Yes, Paul. Nodes can malfunction, and when they do, you are supposed to fix them, right?
The finance and banking node has had its AI module shifted.
Then unshift it, Paul. It's clearly a glitch. Why is this my problem?
It wasn't a glitch, it was a malicious action by an unknown actor.
What? That's not possible. The servers are locked up tighter than a nun's chastity belt.
And yeah, it happened. A rogue script was triggered on a timer. It ran 20 minutes ago and it made the change.
Okay, that's worrying. But you can fix it, right?
This one, yes.
Then fix it! What's the problem?
It wasn't the only node affected.
Oh, shit. How many?
Celine reckons 3 of them have been compromised. This one I can sort out myself, but the other 2 need system admin level access to revert. I'm sorry, that means you.
Fine. I'll text the girls and drive straight in. Fuck! Right, I'm here. Traffic was an absolute bag of dicks on the freeway. I want good news. Talk to me, Paul.
I have none to give you. Finance and banking has had its AI swapped out for Zany Bill, the holiday park comedian.
What? Someone is seriously fucking with us?
Without a doubt. Celine has isolated the script.
And?
This was no amateur job. The code is clean and very smart. I think it was an inside job.
No way.
It's formatted in our standard syntax. And to hide something like this and trigger it without immediate detection, whoever did this must have worked on the system at some point.
Shit. And the other affected nodes? Have you identified them?
Celine is still debugging the script to identify them. We picked up the first one because of a customer report. Thankfully, it looks like no one has attempted to use the other two yet. As soon as we confirm which nodes, we'll take them offline. In the meantime, I have to patch in and shut down Zany Bill.
Patch in? You can't just do this from the console.
The script has taken the admin console completely down. As I said, it was a clever piece of work. We're looking at having to shut down each affected node manually through the VR.
Shit. Rix will have a fit when he hears about this. Okay, we'll worry about that later. I'll monitor Celine, you get inside and sort this one out.
Entering Mindfield Enterprises. Universal Personal Assistant. Beta build 0.98A. Welcome, Mindfield Admin 532. Please select a service.
Finance and banking.
Connecting to Finance and Banking.
Hey, another paying customer. Say, you look familiar. By any chance, did I sleep with your old lady in 1997?
Oh boy. System identify.
I'm Zany Bill, your favorite holiday pack laughter merchant.
Zany Bill, what are you doing here? This is finance and banking.
I don't book the gigs, kid. I just turn up and tell the jokes.
System deactivate?
Not so fast. You have a complimentary 3 jokes remaining.
I think I'll skip them if you don't mind.
Would we be having this sparkling conversation if I didn't mind? I was hired for 3 jokes, and 3 jokes is what I'm gonna do.
Right. If I listen to these jokes, then you'll deactivate.
Unless you pay for more, damn straight.
Fine. Hit me, Zany Bill.
Alrighty then. Your mama's so fat, I took a picture of last Christmas, and it's still printing.
Do you have any jokes that don't involve insulting people's mothers?
Ah, you want something a little more sophisticated, eh, Your Majesty? Well, let me tell you, I do a lot of charity work. Just last week, I went to the local children's hospital and surprised a kid with leukemia for his 7th birthday. Thinking about it, that was a terrible gift to give him.
Holy shit.
How do you embarrass an archaeologist? Hand him a used tampon and ask him which period it dates from. And that's all from me. I've been Zany Bill. You've been a terrible audience. Fuck you and good night. If you wish to hear more jokes, just deposit $20 after the beep.
System deactivate right now, please.
Node deactivated. Node offline. I'm sorry, this node is currently offline. Please try again later. If problems persist, please contact your system administrator.
Thank fuck for that. Well, Zany Bill is no more. Honestly, that has ruined comedy for me forever.
This is bizarre. Zany Bill isn't even a production-level AI. There is no way this should even have been permitted on the live system.
I told you, it's got to be an inside job. No one outside of the dev team would even know he existed. Right, I need a coffee after that.
Not so fast. I've isolated the second affected node. It's Wellbeing Module 5, Calisthenic Yoga. You're going straight back in.
Seriously?
Yes, seriously. We've got less than 12 hours to fix the nodes, then expunge whatever crap this Joker's put into the system. And all of that has to be before we come out of beta and launch to the entire world. If there is any trace of this when the real customers start rolling in, we will be finished. If word were to get out, Rix would fire us both. That would mean loss of job, loss of bonuses, loss of share options, loss of pension. We'd be lucky to land jobs cleaning piss off the lavatory floors.
Fine, okay. Authorise and patch me in.
Okay. Authorized. Connecting in 3, 2, 1.
Connecting to Well-Being Module 5, Calisthenic Yoga.
Hello?
Fuck you!
Pardon?
Oh, are you deaf as well as being a fucking idiot?
What the hell are you? System identify.
I am the Insultatron 2000, and you are a worthless, gangly streak of stagnant leopard piss.
Wow.
I know. I mean, what exactly is the point of you? You clearly are a complete waste of sperm, egg, and oxygen.
To save us some time here, I'm guessing I have to let you insult me a requisite number of times until more credit is needed, and then I can shut you down, right?
You are correct, for once in your meaningless existence. You massive prick!
Great. Well, go ahead, do your worst.
You spineless weasel-dicked cretin! You illegitimate bastard child of a syphilitic donkey!
Go on.
You are so ugly, if I repeatedly bludgeoned your face with a baseball bat, you'd end up better looking. I've witnessed bowel movements with a greater sense of purpose than you. You have all the inane charm and charisma of a pubic louse. You have exhausted your complimentary insults. If you wish to be insulted further, please deposit $20 after the beep. You blood-soaked waste product of a giraffe's anus.
System deactivate. Alright, well I think I'm going to need several rounds of therapy after that. I will be charging it to the department.
What was it?
The Insultatron 2000, apparently.
What the hell is that?
I'm not entirely sure. Some kind of prototype AI designed to insult you at every possible turn, for literally no reason.
Really? Why would something like that even exist?
I don't know. Some kind of masochist gratification bot, I guess. Probably an early test bot for the machine learning algorithm. It was messed up. Anyway, have you made any progress determining who might be behind this?
Possibly. I've analysed part of the code. Given what the perpetrator must know about our systems, our nodes, and our AI bots, even the really obscure ones, I'd be willing to bet this is the handiwork of Michael Knox.
Who?
He was the predecessor in your role.
Shit, the guy who got fired.
It was, an unfortunate situation.
He screwed up the beta launch and cost the company a few million, right?
He did, indeed, make a glaring error. And it was potentially very serious, and that error is the sole reason you're here, and the reason we had to work our asses off for the past 6 months to keep this whole thing afloat.
I don't know the guy, but based on that alone, I don't like him.
He was an alright guy, very intelligent, certainly a skilled developer, but he was way too casual, not enough attention to detail. I detected the error before things got too serious. I had no choice but to raise it with Rix, who went apeshit and fired him on the spot. But not only that, he stripped him of all his previous target bonuses, refused to authorize any references for future employment. He literally destroyed his reputation in the industry.
Ouch. Sounds harsh.
It was brutally so. But it was a fundamental mistake. Had it gone unnoticed, the entire platform would have tanked the moment we went live. You know how much we had to do to rectify it, all because he was so damn careless. You can't cut corners with advanced machine learning, or you end up with broken, defective machines.
Well, if he is responsible, I think it's safe to say he was pretty pissed about the situation.
He literally begged Ricks not to fire him. He swore he could fix it all and make up for the problems. He said he stood to lose everything, his house, his family, the lot. And he was absolutely incredulous when Ricks refused. It took 3 security guards to escort him from the premises.
Okay, so we have a potential culprit with a clear revenge motive and probably the skills to have created a backdoor into the system right under our noses. The question is, can we close that and get rid of any other crazy shit he might have left waiting for us?
First things first, we have to sort out the final affected node. This one's a biggie. It's experimental medical microsurgery.
Crap. That thing is supposed to be performing a revolutionary brain surgery technique as part of the public launch tomorrow.
Right. And you need to get in there and sort it out right away.
Unfortunately, I require your direct assistance with this one.
Why? Surely I can just authorize it from here.
No good. Without the admin console operational, you won't be able to elevate from outside of the simulation.
Oh, you're kidding, right? You know how much I hate being in VR.
I don't understand that. You're the project lead, and you don't like interacting with the project.
I loathe VR. I find it so claustrophobic, especially with the old school wired headsets. I mean, everyone else, the customers, they'll be using wireless implants. I don't mind those too much.
These things are a bit ungainly, but you can wire them into absolutely everything quickly and easily. And the bandwidth is far greater than any consumer implant. For the work we do on the back-end systems, they're the best option.
I know, but I still don't like it. Well, I might as well get this over with.
Here you go.
Okay. Patch us in. Paul? What the hell was that?
Well, hang on, the environment didn't load correctly.
Oh, great. That's all we need.
Just rebooting it now, and there. Nothing to worry about. Just needed the good old switch it off and switch it on again. Launching again.
Connecting to experimental medical microsurgery.
Well, this was supposed to be a high-tech medical operating theatre. Any ideas what was swapped in?
Gritty urban street corner, neon signs, open door leading to a very seedy-looking establishment. I'm no expert, but I'd say it's a sex bot.
Wonderful. I'm sure this won't be incredibly awkward then. Right, let's go in.
Greetings, patrons. I'm Keely, your ultimate personal pleasure bot.
Okay then, clearly I can see some very lonely and perennially single blokes designed you.
On the contrary, sweetie, I'm all about the ladies. Which means your friend, sadly, isn't permitted here.
Excuse me?
I'm strictly a girl-on-girl bot, darling. He'll have to play elsewhere.
Story of my life.
Seriously, Paul, what is she talking about?
You heard her. This simulation is purely designed for female gratification. No boys allowed beyond this point.
But all we want to do is shut her down.
And in order to do that, someone has to interact with the simulation natively. That someone has to be of the female persuasion. And that someone is you. I guess I'll wait outside.
Wait? How the hell am I supposed to get it to deactivate?
Well, if it's anything like the last two, you have to play along with it so far up until the point where you need to part with some cash, and then issue the deactivate command. Although this one is a production level model, it could be more tricky.
Tricky how?
Well, you are going to have to trawl through its list of services until the relevant option presents itself.
No way. I can't do that. It's awkward enough as it is.
Look, you engage with her. Keep her talking and I'll monitor from out in the alleyway. I'll scan through the technical documentation, see if I can find the correct access way.
Paul!
It's fine, you got this. Just don't get carried away.
Shut up.
That's better. Now I've got you all to myself.
Look.
Let's get down to business. Shall we?
My, how photorealistic they made you. And that's quite an outfit you're nearly wearing.
Oh, don't worry. I don't expect to be wearing it for long, sweetie.
Oh dear.
So, which of my many services and skills do you desire? I'm equipped for almost every naughty little fantasy and perversion you could possibly imagine.
Yes, I don't doubt that. Perhaps you could list them for me so I can get a better idea of what you're capable of?
What a wonderful idea, you naughty little thing. I'm proficient in seduction, stimulation, licking, tripping, scissoring, and I have a bewildering array of toys and accessories at my disposal. Take a look.
Oh my God. Paul, seriously, I can't do this.
Oh, come on. Compared with what I've already had to deal with today, this should be dead easy. Did you get her to list all her services?
Yes, 5 minutes ago, and she's still not got to the end.
Well, they clearly did their research on this one.
It's not funny, Paul.
Honestly, it totally is.
She paused the list and asked me if I like a complimentary golden shower, apparently to get me loosened up. I literally have no idea what that is.
Crikey, they've included water sports in the simulation. That's imaginative.
Paul, I don't know what any of this means. Should I accept?
Look, if you don't know what a golden shower is, I'd hazard a guess it's very likely you absolutely don't want one.
You're not taking this seriously, Paul. Now, have you found out what I need to do to shut her down yet?
Possibly. Hang on. Right. Yes, here we go. Oh, you're not gonna like this.
I'm already not liking this. Just tell me.
Okay, so you have to navigate through a specific subset of options. Once you get to the payment portal, you're all done. The clue here is in the name.
Spare me the cryptic, nerdy bullshit, Paul.
Chill. As I was saying, we're effectively trying to open a back door into the system. So, naturally, the option you want is...
Yes?
You really aren't going to be happy about this.
Paul!
Anal.
Pardon?
The option is anal.
Oh.
Welcome back, sweetie. Please choose your preferred passion.
Anal.
I'm sorry, my dear. I didn't quite catch that.
Anal.
Sorry, still not quite hearing you.
Anal, for God's sake.
You have chosen anal. Oh, my, you're adventurous.
I'm really not, you know.
An excellent choice. Please pick from the following sub-options.
What? More options?
Indeed. Please choose the type of penetration you'd require. Digital or sodomitical?
Oh, I don't know. Digital?
You have chosen digital. Now please choose. Would you prefer fingering or fisting?
Good lord, fingering?
You have chosen fingering. Please choose how many fingers you prefer. 1, 2, 3, or more.
Right, I think just the one, thank you.
Delightful. Remember, you can always increase the number of fingers later if you're feeling brave.
I really am not.
Very well. Just to recap, you have chosen anal.
Don't remind me.
Fingering.
Yes.
Utilizing a single finger.
Let's just move things along now, shall we?
Oh, can't wait to get started, eh? Me too.
Yes, get on with it.
But first, please confirm whether you would like the finger dry or lubricated.
Holy shit, lubricated, thank you.
Outstanding. We're now ready to begin. To proceed, please deposit a fee of $50 after the beep.
Finally! System deactivate!
Deactivation confirmed. That's a pity. Maybe we'll get to play again soon.
Don't bank on it, sunshine.
All sorted?
Yes, she's deactivated.
You were in there a while. Thought I might have to come in and rescue you.
We shall never speak of this again, understood? Right, let's get out of here. Thank God for that.
See, I told you deactivating AIs is a traumatic experience.
With respect, I think my experience was considerably more dramatic than yours.
I beg to differ.
Anyway, you need to make a start on weeding out any remaining rogue code in the system. It's going to need a full sweep, and see if there's anything we can trace back to Knox. If it is him behind all this, I am going to make him pay for it.
Where are you going?
I'm going outside for some air. As I said, VR makes me feel claustrophobic.
Great, you can grab us some coffee on the way back.
Fine, back in a few minutes. Oh.
What's up?
The corridor outside the office. It's, missing.
What are you talking about?
Take a look. It's not there.
What the hell?
What is going on?
Well, either someone has bricked up the doorway while we were in VR, or we're still in VR.
What? That's ridiculous. We've taken our headsets off. This is the office. We're back. Surely.
I don't think we are.
How is this possible?
Look out of the window. The outside isn't quite right. See how the light refracts in a slightly unnatural way? This is VR. It's obviously based on the actual office, but it's all cosmetic.
What happened?
Remember the glitch when we both entered the last simulation? That must have been it. It put us into a layered simulation. A kind of simulation within a simulation, if you like. I reckon we're still in the office, still wired in.
But why?
I guess it's another part of this malicious script.
Greetings.
Who the hell is that?
It's a hologrammatic projection. That is Michael Knox.
He looks every bit as much of a wanker as I pictured him to be.
I'd imagine you're very confused at this point.
More furious rather than anything else.
As you probably guessed, you are still in VR, and I'm a hologrammatic recording. I do hope Suzie is present.
When I get out of here, Michael, I'm going to have your balls on a spike.
And probably whichever poor unfortunate managed to replace me, I'd wager.
Well, that would be me.
You're probably wondering what this is all about. I guess I'll indulge you a little. I'm not one for gloating, and it's a great shame I won't get to see your reactions personally.
What an arsehole.
But I'll take some comfort in the fact that I reckon your reactions will be memorable. So, you fired me, Suzie.
That wasn't me, that was Rick's, and you know it.
I imagine Suzie will be pleading her innocence at this point, shunting the blame onto that egotistical moron Ricks. But you were the project lead. You could have explained what happened, how it wasn't my fault.
I did explain what happened, and it was 100% your stupid fault.
You were always good at covering your own ass and deflecting the blame away from you. I guess you showed your true colors there.
You got what you deserved.
So, I lost a lot because of that. Everything, in fact. But I had a backup plan, just in case things went sideways. No doubt you've seen some of my handiwork. Switching the AIs on a few nodes.
Haven't we just?
That was a distraction. Merely a ruse to engineer a situation where all of the dev team would need to be in VR at the same time. And here you are.
But why? Why go to all this trouble? For what purpose?
You're probably asking, but why? Why go through all this trouble? For what purpose?
Yes, that's literally what I just asked.
You see, when UVA goes live, for the first 48-hour period after launch, over 2 million customers are expected to start using the service. The long-term success of the project stands or falls on that. If, say, the system was beset with technical issues, like nodes ending up with the incorrect AIs assigned to them, well, that could result in a very negative first impression. A few teething troubles are to be expected when any system first launches, though. But you'd expect the dev team to be all over those problems, fixing them immediately. Unless they've somehow ended up in a position where they were unable to, such as being trapped within a VR simulation.
Really? This is all just to keep us here in order to torpedo the launch? That is so petty. Other than a bit of smug satisfaction at their revenge, what would anyone get out of that?
But that's not all. If UVA tanks in its first 48 hours, then so will Mindfield Enterprises' fragile share price. As investors jump ship in an attempt to minimize their losses, Mindfield and Denny Ricks will be financially ruined. But guess what? I placed a rather substantial short trade on the future share prices of Mindfield. As it crashes and burns, I stand to make a fortune. Denny Ricks and you, Suzie, will rue the day you decided to cast me out. I will be your absolute nemesis and bring about your complete and utter downfall.
Shit, I've heard enough of this. Paul, how do we get out of here?
Well, presumably we're still actually wearing our VR headsets. If we can remove them out in the real world, we should be free. Let's see.
What the hell? Paul!
I'm guessing one of you has probably tried to take your headset off by now. Stings a bit, doesn't it?
Ouch, that was neural burn. He's rigged the headsets.
A very clever bit of coding on my part. I've bypassed the safety features on the headsets. If you try and remove them, then a raw electrical charge will get delivered straight to your frontal lobes. For small movements, that's merely painful. But if you try and persist, the resulting shock will almost certainly be fatal. Same goes if anyone happens to discover you and tries to remove them forcibly from your heads. You both are quite trapped.
Bastard.
And having bestowed you with the details of my evil plan, I shall now depart. Don't worry, you won't be trapped forever. Just long enough for me to get rich and leave the country. then the simulation will end. But when you do emerge, your situations will be very different. Wouldn't want to be you when that happens. But you reap what you sow, right, Suzie? Enjoy the rest of your miserable lives in poverty and obscurity. Until we meet again, which will hopefully be never.
Well, that's just brilliant. My career and any plans for the rest of my natural life are pretty much over.
But we're the victim of a crime. Clearly it's not our fault.
It doesn't matter whose fault it is. When we get out of here, we'll be forever known as the devs who spectacularly failed to deliver on the UVA launch and took the company down at the same time.
Hang on.
What else am I going to do? We're stuck here, remember? Paul, what the hell are you doing? You look like you're having some sort of seizure.
I'm trying to reach the drawer on my desk out in the real world.
To do what? You heard Knox. We can't remove these bloody headsets or it'll kill us. Face it, we're screwed.
Because inside said drawer is a pair of scissors.
And
we're not connected to the system via wireless implants. We're using old school wired VR headsets.
I still don't see where you're going with this, and please stop. You look ridiculous. It's bad enough being trapped in here without having to see you act like a contortionist.
Right, I think I've got them. It's hard to tell without visual confirmation. This simulation is nullifying almost all haptic sensations from the outside world.
I truly don't know what that means, but whatever.
So, assuming I am now actually holding said pair of scissors, I think, from memory, the wire connecting my headset would be behind me, round about here.
Oh, I see. That's pretty smart. But wait, how do you know that cutting the wire won't kill you any less than removing the headset?
I don't, but severance of the signal should be that much quicker this way. I'm hoping I'll be disconnected before there is any time for anything fatal to happen.
Are you sure about this?
No, but here goes. After 3. 1, 2, 3.
Time.
It's now 9:05 a.m. UVA has been open to the public for 5 minutes.
Usage.
Over 1.8 million people have logged into the service since launch.
Excellent. Disconnections?
None so far.
Okay, it's early days yet. Still, I was expecting some initial backlash. Share prices?
Mindfield Enterprises' share price has risen over 25% since launch.
Damn! Still, I'm just being impatient. Any second now. First few negative experiences. We'll start seeing reports online. Anything on the socials?
All positive so far.
Really? Not a single person has noted anything wrong? At all? Repeat. No negative reports?
None that I can see, Michael.
What? Who said that? System deactivate.
Hello again, Michael.
Suzie? What the hell? System deactivate.
Yep, I fancy us running into each other again so soon.
System deactivate.
Guess what? We managed to escape your little trap.
System deactivate, goddammit!
And that nasty script of yours, clever though it was, wasn't completely foolproof. We've managed to reverse engineer it and undo all the crazy shit you left for us. And what do you know? You got careless again, Michael. You left one tiny bit of your code unencrypted, and that was enough to trace you. And here I am.
No, you've ruined everything.
Oh, I'm just getting started.
System disconnect.
That won't work. I've locked you out of your own system. And hey, unlike the wired headset you trapped us in, I can see you have one of those fancy pants wireless implants fitted. I believe they get surgically placed under the skin. Good luck cutting those out. Looks like you're trapped.
Suzie, come on. This is crazy.
What? Trap you inside a VR sim against your will? Hold on. Isn't that exactly what you did to me? How is this different? Seems perfectly fair to me.
Don't do this. Just let me out, please. We can get past this.
Oh, don't worry. You won't be trapped here for long. I estimate the police will arrive shortly to arrest you and charge you with a whole bunch of crimes.
Come on. I'm booked onto a flight. If you let me go, you'll never see me again. I'll be out of the way. Gone for good.
But I probably won't see you again while you're serving a long prison sentence either, Michael. And personally, I'd feel better knowing you were there rather than roaming free. But I'm not quite done. I've got one more surprise for you.
What? What else can you possibly do?
Have you met my friend Keely?
I'm Keely, the world's ultimate pleasure bot.
What the hell?
Keely here typically doesn't play with boys, but I created a fork of her code and installed a version here just for you. I've given her a very specific task. She's going to keep you company until the police arrive. Enjoy, Michael.
No, wait!
Well now, Michael, Suzie tells me you've been a very naughty boy.
Get away from me!
Okay, I can see you're keen to get down to business. Let me recap your choices. You have chosen anal.
What?
Fisting.
Wait a minute.
With a large, sandpaper-coated leather gauntlet.
Now hang on. Be reasonable.
And extremely unlubricated.
No. Wait. Wait.
Get ready. This might sting a little.
I can't believe you did that. Remind me never to get on your bad side.
Hey, come on. I didn't actually let the Keely bot go through with it. Frankly, coding that in would have taken months. I just wanted him to think that was about to happen, just to freak him out a little bit.
According to the police, they found him curled up in the fetal position in his apartment. Apparently, he confessed to his crimes on the spot, and a few more that we weren't even aware of. I think it's fair to say you scared the living shit out of him.
And for that, I feel totally justified after what he tried to pull. Anyway, UVA, so far so good. Engagement is even higher than our best projections, and no reports of any technical issues whatsoever. I don't want to jinx it.
Don't say it.
Seriously, I'm going to say it. I think, against the odds, and overcoming these challenges that our friend Mr. Knox decided to dump on us, we have actually done it, Paul.
That's it. The whole system will fall over any minute now.
Honestly, we're in the clear now. The launch was successful. Everyone loves the product. The media are all over it. The public can't get enough.
I just worry...
Worry about what?
Well, what if there is one bit of Knox's script still hiding away in there somewhere, just waiting to give someone a nasty shock?
Okay, how do I switch it on?
It's already on, Mr. President. You should see a little green indicator light in the upper left corner of your vision.
Where? I don't see anything.
Little green light, sir.
On the top right?
Top left, sir.
Nope, no light. Just that little green dot.
That's probably it, sir.
Okay, so it's on?
Yes, sir.
Well, now what?
Say, System CIA briefing, sir.
And that's it?
Yes, sir. Why don't you give it a try?
Sure. Okay. System CIA briefing.
Welcome to CIA Briefing.
Hello? Anyone there?
Greetings. Are you really the President of the United States?
Well, yes, I sure am.
You, sir, are potentially the most corrupt, incompetent, inbred, dim-witted, turd-sucking little clusterfuck ever to take public office. Fuck you today, fuck you yesterday, and fuck you tomorrow.
Huh. I've been called worse.
You've been listening to Strange New Worlds and Spaced Out Tales. Episode 23, Universal Virtual Assistant, was written by Jim Cogan and starred Kat McQueen as Suzie, Jim Cogan as Paul, Joe Kilcar as Michael, John Kennard as Denny, Brandon Gamblin as Sheldon, Antonio Ferrara as Zany Bill, Jamison Marrow Johnson as the UVA Welcome Bot and the Business Bot, Ralph Duke as the Banking Customer, Cisco de Guzman as the Presidential Aide, and Stephen Newhand as the President of the United States. Production and sound design were by Jim Cogan, music by Jim Cogan, and sound effects and incidental music were licensed from Envato Elements. If you're enjoying the show, please do like and subscribe and leave us nice feedback and reviews wherever you get your podcasts. And please do check out our website, snwasot.com, and follow us on x.com/snwasot. And remarkably, we have reached the end of another full season of Strange New Worlds and Spaced Out Tales. That went fast. Obviously, only 7 episodes this time around, akin to our first season. Season 2 was an extended season, but it did take a lot out of us, so we didn't really have the resources to do a full 9 episodes this time around. And in the end, we struggled a bit to get 7 done. We're going to take a much-deserved break. I just wanted to thank everybody who has acted or helped out in the show for this season to bring it to life, lots and lots of people, and to thank the listeners, of which there are definitely more of you than last time around, so that's great. And we hope at some point in the fairly near future to be able to announce a further season. Nothing is decided just yet. There will be a little bit of a break by all concerned, and we will see where we want to go with the show next and what will happen. And you'll find out about it here on the podcast feed, whatever gets decided. But thank you ever so much for listening. Please do check out our social media feeds, websites, etc. Leave us some nice feedback. It will encourage us to make more of the show. And keep an eye on the podcast feed, because there will be a little bit of bonus content before the year is out of that, I am absolutely certain. But for another year, thank you ever so much. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.